Hey Mepham, welcome back to yet another episode of the Midweek Update.
In today's episode, we take a look at the college transfer portal, a local family that survived a tragic incident, and a new edition of Give Us a Minute, We'll Give You a Month.
This and more on this week's Midweek Update. I'm Brigid Flanagan.
And I'm Jacob Sarduy. And welcome back to the Midweek Update, the BMB show that brings you closer to the people and places in and around the Mepham community.
Jacob, have you started thinking about colleges yet?
Yeah, why?
Well, I just know there's a lot of preparation that goes into it.
Yeah, it's really competitive, especially for athletes because of the college transfer portals.
College transfer portals? That sounds like witchcraft.
I don't think it is.
Let's see what Jake Mano and Michaela Dobby think.
Hey, go on. Come on.
I'm sorry, I'm really stressing my college recruiting.
But why? You're a great athlete. There's no reason you wouldn't get recruited.
Yeah, but the transfer portal is affecting my recruiting. It's making it so difficult.
What's so even bad about the transfer portal?
Well, the transfer portal has quickly become a key pillar for college sports, a resource for athletes, a program building tool for coaches, and a never-ending source of intrigue for fans. This may seem like a great thing, right? But it has its faults. In the 2019 season, 6% of college football rosters were made up of transfers. But in 2023, that number is an exorbitant 20.5%. This could be a major detriment to high school athletes.
But on the other hand, transfer portal is seriously impacting careers of athletes. Take the generational talent Caleb Williams, for example. Starting his career at Oklahoma, but unfortunately for Sooners fans, not only did they lose their head coach in the transfer portal, they also lost their quarterback. And still on the topic of the transfer portal, we can't forget about the dual threat Harrison Ingram, who started his career at Stanford, and after 2 great seasons with the Cardinals, Ingram committed to UNC in hopes of fulfilling his dream and continuing his athletic career.
But for aspiring high school athletes, the portal could hurt their chances to become a college athlete. Already, less than 2% of high schoolers commit to play D1, and with the portal, it's only going to decrease even more.
In hindsight, maybe something has to be done to finally give more youth athletes a chance of playing their dreams.
Exactly. I feel like at this point, though, I just need more practice to be able to play in college. Can we check it out?
Let's go.
That's really interesting, but I can't imagine what it's like to have to change schools after being settled into one college for so long.
Yeah, but when you think about it, something could happen at any moment that completely changes your life.
You're right. Unfortunately, uncontrollable events happen all the time. For example, car crashes. Here's a local family who survived a tragic car accident.
Oh my God. Okay, that's not Daddy's car.
No.
Where's Daddy's car?
I don't see it. Oh, back there. I think it's back over there.
What you're seeing is a deadly car accident that took place on April 2nd of 2022, where the Hepworth family was fighting for their lives.
Dad was driving, and we got a car, hit a car on the side. They hit us right behind my dad in the driver's seat. The last thing I remember was seeing the car hit us, and then we flipped 3 lanes of traffic over, 3.5 rotations.
I was able to undo my seatbelt, but because she was straining on hers, I had to cut her out. I then kicked out the front windshield of the car, and then carried her across the road.
According to multiple valid sources, there are many car accidents that take place in the U.S. each year, many which can become fatal in a heartbeat. But what's important is not only the safety of the people involved, but also the lessons learned along the way.
Things aren't in your control, and how nothing that you can do could even prepare you for something like that or change anything like that. So it was really more of do the right thing. It might not always benefit you in the right way, but as long as you're doing the right thing, things will hopefully end out okay.
I think the most pressing issue was you can be doing everything right, and then I think it was Einstein, God does not play dice, and things just happen. Nothing you can do about it.
For BMB, I'm Tyler Steinberg.
That was a really impactful story, especially because it centered around a Mepham alumni and her family.
I agree. Not only was she a Mepham alumni, but she was also in BMB.
That's true. Speaking of BMB, let's hear from Emma Santiago, who can tell us more about the upcoming Student Television Network convention, which BMB will be attending.
Thanks, guys. I'm here in the B&B room where we are knee-deep in our last-minute preparations for the coveted STN convention in California. The B&B family is getting ready to take our nation's finest in the annual broadcasting competition. But before we leave, there's one vital component to allow our operations in California to function, taking the equipment we can with us. Once the plane lands in Cali, many of your B&B favorites are going to be hard at work. On Thursday, we will have 8 hours to make the B&B morning announcements from scratch. And on Friday and Saturday, groups of 4 will each be divided and given 6 hours with a prompt to fully pledge a package. Additionally, the STN convention itself consists of an Excellence Awards ceremony on Friday, a student mixer for broadcasting students nationwide on Saturday, and a farewell ceremony on Sunday morning before B&B takes off on its return back to Bellmore-Merrick. For B&B, I'm Emma Santiago, and aren't we taking this camera with us?
I'm sure everyone that will be attending the STN convention is looking forward to it.
Yeah, but Brigid, we've been talking a lot about the future.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Well, I was going to mention some of the events that happened this month.
I have a better idea.
And what's that?
I'll let Maya Passanisi tell you.
Thanks, guys. February went super fast, but not as fast as usual since we had an extra day. This school had so many fun and exciting events that I can't wait to see in this month's You Give Us a Minute and We'll Give You a Month. Let's take a look. That was an exciting month, and March seems to be catching up as a good one as well, with trips for Model UN and even us here at B&B. Well, that's all for me. I'm Maya Passanisi. Back to you guys in the studio.
Jacob, do you really think you would have remembered all that when you were going to list the events?
Yeah, but I do think I'm forgetting something else. When do spring sports start at MEPM?
That's a great question. Here's Sophia Valadares here to tell us.
Thanks, guys. With spring just around the corner, that means new sports are in season at MEPM. This past Monday was the start of spring sports, including baseball, softball, lacrosse, and girls flag football. I'm so excited to see what's in store for the upcoming weeks. And to everyone participating, best of luck. Speaking of new season, the MLB continues spring training as fans anticipate a great 2024 season, starting on March 28th. I cannot wait for baseball to start, and hopefully see the Mets rebound after a rough 2023 season. And now back to MEPM sports. Sunday, the Kickline team down in Florida had a great performances in this year's 2024 Nationals, as they came in 6th place for their Palm routine and 15th place for their Jazz routine. Great job representing Pirate sports. Also, congrats to Kieran Kehoe for being named Preseason Player of the Year by Access Baseball. That's all for me. Now back to Brigid and Jacob in the studio.
I'm really excited to watch the sports games.
Me too. Maybe I'll see you in the stands.
Maybe.
That's it for this week's episode of the Midweek Update. We'll be back next week with all the news stories from around the BMCHSD to bring you inside the parts of the community we don't always get to see. Until then, I'm Brigid Flanagan.
And I'm Jacob Sarduy, and we'll see you all next midweek. Happy early birthday to Brigid Flanagan. Let's show them how tall you really are,
Okay,
Brigid.
great.
Let's get the box out of here. This is gonna be a whole comparison.
You're like a foot taller.